Unmistakably, the film noir has had a lot of influence on contemporary cinema. You might notice that noir seems to demonstrate this influence even in narratives that are completely different, like comedy, for example. But besides its influence on other genres, we also notice that genres themselves change based on cultural and economic vibrations. Genre and society sort of form this symbiotic relationship where both are constantly changing. Societal changes are inevitable, and the genre, as a representation of this society, continues to be modified in terms of its definition and singular purpose. There are many examples of genres changing or hybridizing into something new. Screwball comedies have evolved into the modern romantic comedy. Westerns have found their way into all sorts of media, including horror and science fiction. Science fiction itself has merged successfully with comedy, reality, and documentary, where a wide range of social issues can be addressed, from war to environmentalism. A film like Stephen Frears' Dirty Pretty Things suggests this sort of evolution and hybridization. It retains and maintains the serious outlook on life, even if its social message is different and/or incorporates other ideas from other genres like drama and documentary. Similarly to The Parallax View, The Conversation, movies like Blood Simple and Blue Velvet, just to name a few, this movie adds and expands to what we can do with the genre. I believe that Stephen Frears sets out to pay homage to the film noir, and he doesn't want you to forget it. There are all these subtle reminders, like giving the main villain of the movie a noir cool name. The period uniform that Ivan the Bellhop wears is also a good example. The Hotel Baltic has this really cool classic look and is itself almost this fantasy world that the protagonist confronts, like some kind of alternate reality that he steps into in order to meet his challenges and to find out what he is meant to do. His purpose. As far as deviations go, the movie is set in a different country, and the film's central character, Okwe, is an immigrant from Nigeria. He functions as the film's detective, even though literally he's a doctor/driver. He is an outsider, however, just like the protagonist in many film noirs, and he's trying to make sense of this messed up, hostile world around him, and his role as a character is to contend with the world's and the audience's sense of morality. The love interest is personified in a very sympathetic femme fatale, Shania, expertly played by Audrey Tautou. She has a pretty important backstory and is decidedly not one-dimensional. And like Okwe, she is an outsider as well, trying to combat this hostile world. And that is how they're connected. The femme fatale is actually split into two characters in this movie. She is alive in both Shania and Juliet. Juliet is a really cool character. She evokes 40s-era pulp sensuality in the line of work she's depicted as engaging in. She seems to be an echo of the classic femme fatales of the past. And I also like the way that she speaks. She too is updated in a way. Her mannerisms do seem to reflect social interactions of people living in the early 2000s. And like Shania herself, she lives on the outskirts of mainstream living. Both Shania and Juliet are fairly sympathetic people, depicted in a human way. This movie is a didactic film in that it teaches us or provides moral guidance about social or personal issues. The movie's script and presentation assume the perspective of a non-immigrant, meaning that the film is meant to teach us viewers about the hardships faced by the other, folks that might be most marginalized and ignored within a particular society. There's a clever attempt at teaching the audience about a dangerous medical procedure in a way that feels almost like science fiction. I guess it's meant to warn the viewers against attempting the procedure themselves. Our viewer perspective is shaped by how the director feels about this shady, illicit, black market economy and its victims. It really does take an entertaining movie like this to help us understand that human beings really do get each other, and at least possess some common starting point in terms of debating right versus wrong. That's sort of what makes movie spectatorship work. Human viewers are at the same time changing as they are the same. The tools of genre help storytellers relate messages quickly, and hopefully more efficiently and more impressively as time goes on. Thanks for watching.